Kia ora, it's Ruth here and welcome to my backyard in Christchurch, New Zealand, and welcome to my first proper video of 2021. Now we have had an amazing summer holiday. We went to the North Island and we're between Tauranga and Te Aire and Mangawai and absolutely loved it. But it meant I just realised we did about 17 days away from the garden, which is crazy. I absolutely love summer, I love going to the beaches, I love swimming, but it's not really the best time of year to go away for such a long time. So here is a very belated January garden update. So I'll show you what's kind of been happening. We only got back yesterday and so I've had a bit of a look around the garden, haven't done any tidying up yet. So I think that's what my to-do list today will be, is a lot of garden tidying and probably giving myself the week to do it. I'm now 30 weeks pregnant, which is very exciting. I've still got energy, but we'll see how that goes. So these kind of next 10 weeks and then leading up to baby is going to be a lot of preparing as much as I can so that the garden can overwinter really well, but being able to still plant things and grow things, because I know that for me gardening is something that I find relaxing, it's something that I enjoy, and it's something that I want to continue doing when baby comes as well. So join me as I take you for a walk around what's happening in the garden, and we will start with Caleb's garden, which is going really well. During our time away in the North Island, really warm, really humid, everything seemed to be growing daily. You could just walk out in the morning and see it growing. So I was a little bit disappointed when I came back and our corn doesn't seem to have grown much at all because it's been raining and cold down here. But our sweet peas are looking like triffids. So these are Caleb's ones here and they're going pretty well. We're starting, because we haven't been picking them because we've been away, getting a whole lot of seed pods. So what I'll be doing is I'll be collecting these for next year, but I'll be making sure that next year I get some white seeds and some other colours too, because while I absolutely love these blues and purples, they are a little bit boring in a bouquet, and these ones are starting to die off a little bit. There's a few weeds in here, so this really needs to be looked at, but you can't really pick these white ones, so I need some more whites to go with my blues and purples. This box will just let the nasturtiums go over. Just before I started filming, there was a whole lot of bees in here, but they've now decided to head away. And then I'll take you down to where all the veggies are. Now, my broad beans I was really excited about, because last year when I cut them off at the ground, they sprouted up again. This year for some reason I haven't. I'm thinking potentially because of how I've got the pea straw. The pea straw is just a little bit too close to all of them, and so it's actually smothered the plants, killing them rather than letting them regrow. But that's okay. Where they've been, they've still got all the roots and everything in the soil. Broad beans and the beans in general are good nitrogen fixers, which means this garden's going to be really good and ready to plant for my next crops. And I'll definitely be going to buy some seedlings. As much as I'm trying to grow everything from seed, I decided not to plant seeds before going away because I didn't want extra stress for the house sitter. But it does mean I've come back to not many seedlings, so I think I'll be buying some seedlings as well as planting some seeds. Another thing is our carrot flowers. Now you may have seen in the last video there was a massive carrot flower that was coming out here, and then it got all windy. So I have staked it properly now, and there's some more carrot flowers coming. I'm really looking forward to trying to save these carrot seeds. I've never tried it before, but if anything, these carrot flowers are just really interesting to look at. They're really quite exciting. And this is the corn I was talking about. Definitely is growing, but it's nowhere near getting heads, so we'll just give a see. It may eventuate into corn, it may not. I didn't grow corn last year because I thought it was just a bit of a waste of space, but I love fresh, like homegrown corn. So again, we'll see. This is something that I'm still learning about the Christchurch growing climate, is that we start a lot later and finish a lot earlier. So our growing season is a lot shorter than, say, the North Island. But you still got to get some things in really early so they do have that growing time. But we've still got half of February, all of March, well, all of February, half of March, kind of before it starts actually cooling down. So we'll see how it goes. Down here, another little nasturtium, which is just chilling out. All of our broccolinis went to flower while we're away, which is a bit disappointing. So I'll need to get some more broccolini. And all our lettuce, we've now got lettuce trees. There are some things you can still pick and eat when they've gone to flower. Lettuce, not so much. I find lettuce goes really bitter. So once it's gone to flower, it's just kind of done. So I'll need to be pulling that out. But I'll have some very happy chickens, which you might be able to hear in the background. Now down here, we have all of our netted berries. Our blueberries are looking really good. But what I'm really excited about is all our strawberries. It was amazing coming back to a whole bowl of strawberries that have been picked. And having our strawberries and our blueberries together has been really good. It's mean the netting has been really easy, and we've had really good success because they both need the same type of feeding. Look at all of these. There are so many strawberries coming. And this is again is one of the North Island, South Island things I've found, is I was like, none of our berries are getting ripe. Remembering that we're about 4 to 6 weeks behind, so now we've got this massive flush and they're fantastic. And then Remembering as well that my blueberries and strawberries I was having on breakfast together last year. So the fact that my blueberries aren't ready to eat yet means I've still got a lot more of a season of my strawberries. I'll just head under the netting so I can show you our boysenberry. Our boysenberry, which we got from our neighbours, is going really well. It's only the first year in. We've got 3 little sneaky boysenberries, but we're training it along this wire. And then down here is just a raspberry that I found in Reduced to Clear, which is a non-invasive one, hopefully. So we'll see. Got some salvia in there as well to attract all the bees. But in here, it is going really well, and I can see another wonderful strawberry that's going to need to be picked today. Maybe a little bit more colour before I pick it. Oh, that one's gone off. I think the girls will get this one. But look at that size. Half good, half bad. That's a bit of a disappointment. That's okay. Now, down this side of the garden is where I planted my beetroot and beans, and they are looking really happy. The beetroots are looking really good. So are these bean plants, and the birds have been digging at it, so I need to give it some space. But I've got my little beetroots, oh, and a sneaky tomato. So these are going really well. Down in this garden, all of our broad beans. These ones here I grew to help combat codling moth. So I'd heard from someone who does a lot of permaculture that it stops codling moth. And currently, looking at all the apples, I haven't really found any codling moth damage. So I'm really interested to see how they go. We've had, oh no, there's one that's got a codling moth spot here. But on the whole, they're looking amazing. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with these, whether it does actually work. So far, it's so much better than it's been previous years, and all I've done is put the broad beans down the bottom. So I'm really interested to see year after year if that goes better, and trying some other methods too. Brussels sprouts, these are for winter. They won't be harvested for months yet, but they're going really well. And the kohlrabi is starting to bulb up a bit too, which is really nice. Here are my last Brussels sprouts, which I left for seed saving, and now all the seed pods have popped. So I'm really interested to see whether down in the mulch I'll get some growing. Oh look, there might be a sneaky one down here. Some little Brussels sprouts growing on their own, whether I still need to plant some seeds. And here is a zucchini, which has got one little zucchini growing on it currently. Lots of male flowers. Oh, there's a few female ones here. You can tell the males from the females. This is a male. It's just one, oh, there goes the flower. But it's just one long stem. With the female ones, you can actually see the zucchinis growing on them right from the get-go. So you can see the difference. Down here is my spaghetti squash, which is not looking very happy at all. I've tried before planting straight into the bark, and I've realised that because this bark is new, it's only been here for less than a year. When the bark's been here for less than a year, I just need to not plant in it. Things do not grow. Once it's been there over a year, that's when it's composted down a bit, and then things grow actually quite well. So, well, it doesn't look like I'll be getting any spaghetti squash this year, but I do have the reminder not to plant in things straight away. Over here is more berries, or currants. These are our black currants, which are netted so the birds don't get them, and I can't see any from the outside. But I know when I looked on the inside, there was a whole lot the other day, which was really exciting because this plant, previously we haven't been able to get any off, so that's really cool. Now I'll take you round to our feijoa. Here we've fed this feijoa, and there are so many feijoas coming ready. They'll be ready March, April kind of time, so we've still got a long time to go. We've got our other one over here. And so I love feijoas, and I'm really looking forward to them coming. And here, some of the white ones, which I'll definitely be saving, but all of these are the things that grow the best. We need to pick a good few bouquets, because the great thing with sweet peas is that the more you pick them, the more they grow. And look at this. This is a lovely sign that I got for Christmas from Maxie's Garden Art. Very cool, very lovely lady who's in Nelson, New Zealand. So really excited about having that in my garden now. I might take a quick pause here because I've been talking way too much. I need to take a breather, and then I'll show you the next part of the garden, and I'll go and give the chickens the strawberry. So see you later. Ka kite.